It's you.
It's me. It's you.
It's me. 1, 2, 3. Let's start the video. What's up, YouTube? It's you and me, 1, 2, 3. Apologies for the delay in uploading. We were supposed to upload every week. Well, we ran into technical difficulties and just a lot of personal stuff has been going on. So again, we apologize, but we are here and we are back. We've had such a good day today.
We have had a really good day today, guys.
We don't often get to spend a lot of time together, but we always try and do something fun, you know, it's important. Both got our hair did. I want to give a shout out to Tapered Barbers in the Tulsa area. If you're ever in the Tulsa area, check them out because they did this. Yeah, on fleek, loving it. So yeah, it's just been a really, really good day. We're actually preparing to go away next Tuesday. I can't say where because it's a surprise, but I will be vlogging that. I am so excited. We need to get out of this madhouse.
It's obviously a madhouse.
Weren't you sleeping on the street?
In my car.
In your car. I beat you up, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Without further ado, let's start the video, and today's topic is
Top 5 pet peeves.
And I'm the kind of person who gets irritated by a lot of stuff. Like, I'm a Sagittarius. I really don't tolerate much at all, but because it's for the video, we are only going to do 5.
So I'm gonna try to keep some of my answers short and sweet.
Like you.
Okay, that was rude. I'm not short, guys. Anyways,
here we go with the top 5 pet peeves. Number 5, cryptic Facebook messages. If someone puts on their page, what's you know, you can't just leave someone like me especially hanging on Facebook. I'm nosy as F, and I like to know all the ins and outs. My life really is not that exciting. Like, you've already told the world pretty much that you're peed off right now. You might as well continue and tell us why. Save me doing a separate one and wasting my pet peeves. But yeah, it's like the Christian post. People will bombard you with a bunch of Christian posts, and you know very well that those people aren't as Christian as they'd like to think. I could go on, you know, there's a lot. I don't want to be typing amen to prove that I believe in God. I do believe in God. Do I sin? Of course I do. Everybody does. But your post is not going to make me any holier than I am already not. Okay, what's your number 5? I'm done.
Unkept hair. Like, yeah, right now I just threw water in my hair, whatever, but if I go in public and I see somebody and their hair looks like it hasn't been washed in a week, like they've never run to come through it in their whole life, why do you even have hair? Why? I don't like to keep my hair. You know, that's why my hair is not long. It is very short. It's up and to the point. But if you have long hair, or I mean even short hair sometimes, but hair in general, if you don't take care of it, why do you have it?
Numero 4. The word hater. Okay.
You're such a hater, bro.
I despise, I'm not even gonna say hate now, but I despise the word hater. Why do we accuse someone of hating on somebody else just because they don't like that person or certain things that person does, like their movement, not physical movement, but you know, the way they live their life? Which, to be fair, I don't really pay attention to the way most people live their lives because it's whatever. But I will say this, and I have been called a hater before. I have nothing to hate on. Honestly, I'm good. My marriage is good. For the most part, I'm in a great place. It especially bugs me when it's a kid or someone younger than me who's calling me a hater. You couldn't pay me to be a teenager or even someone in their 20s.
Hey,
in this day and age. Like, honestly, it's bad.
I'm in my 20s.
I just kind of revealed, well, I didn't really, but yeah, I'm not 20 and I'm not 16, and I certainly do not hate. I don't want the life you have. I don't want your relationship. I don't want your money. There was a point where I could have become an actress, and I still could if I really wanted to, but I chose to not go down that road. So cut the hating stuff out. That's just, it's laughable to me. I'm one of those people who, instead of retaliating, I'll just disappear off the radar. I don't entertain people like that because, thanks. It's ridiculous. I get like 80 plus likes on my Facebook picture. Just saying. I don't need to hate. Like, I don't
hate anybody because I have a big heart.
If someone feels like you hate them, I feel like that's an insecurity of theirs. They feel like they are worthy of your hate. What's your number 4, babe?
Ignorance. My number 4 pet peeve is ignorance. And I will be happy to give you a whole video on ignorance if you like. But for now, we'll settle for ignorance in the car, because that one's been getting me a lot lately. Turn your indicators on. That's what they're there for. You know, they're right there by the steering wheel. It takes like 2 seconds to lift one of your fingers up and switch it on. It's really not that hard. Because if you hit the side of my vehicle, guess what, buddy? You're the one in the wrong. Especially if you didn't use indicators. And that's not even the worst thing you can do. There's other people who try to, you know, speed up or slow down on the side of you so that you can't move into another lane. It's just stupid stuff. Like, it's not worth it.
Safety first. Number 3. Fake couples.
We're fake. I hired her.
You still ain't paid me. I'm talking about people who parade their relationship around. Every couple has problems. Do we slam each other around? No. Do we let alcohol or drugs rule our relationship? No. We don't have kids, so, you know, that's not an issue for us. After a while, the cracks are going to show. Another thing that really, really bugs me is when your friends who are in a relationship will confide in you, and that's not what bugs me. You can confide in me. I try to be there for my friends and for everyone, but don't tell me something that you know is going to make me feel a certain way to that person, and then 2 minutes later you get back with them. I do not disclose any information, even to my bestest friend, about our relationship, because I just feel like that's room for criticism, hostility, that's room for lies, backstabbing, the whole 9. So we try and keep ourselves really private. And I do get the odd message where people are like, are you guys okay? We haven't seen anything about your relationship on Facebook. That's the reason. Like, yes, we're fine. And that's why, because we don't put our business out there. Yes, we're trying to YouTube, but just invites the world into your personal life.
Then
like,
the whole world knows you guys are both idiots.
It's okay if you do it once, maybe, okay? But if you do it year after year, after month, after week, after day, after hour, you cannot blame your friend for feeling a certain way. If you come to me and tell me that your boyfriend or girlfriend slammed your head into a wall and caused you concussion, of course I'm not gonna like them. Of course I don't want you to get back with them. You should want that for yourself. Like, come on. It's just common sense. What's yours?
Sound clashing. It really, really irritates me. If I'm watching a movie or just listening to music and somebody else comes in and they want to blast their whatever they're watching or listening to at the same time, like, come on. I do not get very much time with my TV, so that time is very personal for me, and I like for it to be clear and not full of whatever you've got going on. Put some headphones in, especially if it's like a whole family together watching a movie and one person comes in and starts blasting whatever, you know, whatever.
Exactly. I've been saying that a lot lately. Number 2, not being yourself. I find that there's a lot of people on the book that want to portray themselves a certain way to people who don't even really matter, or people who don't even know them.
Or people who really just don't care.
I don't do the whole mutual friend thing. I try to stay away from that, you know, just because you know my friend doesn't mean I know you. Jesus had thousands of followers and look at what happened to him. So I do try and keep myself to myself. Anyway, what I do notice is a lot of people will post a meme that is supposed to be related to them or their situation to make other people kind of feel sorry for them or hype them up. Like it can go either way. Earlier on I mentioned the Christianity thing. Why sit here and preach the Bible when you were out the night before drinking or getting high or, you know, fornicating? Like it's just it's silly to me. Just be yourself. Or I see a lot of posts by fathers or mothers, because, you know, I don't want to discriminate, about how wonderful their kids are and how they're the best parent. And I'm just like, okay. And you know, Facebook is an individual thing. I mean, it's worldwide, but your page is your page. You're entitled to put what you want on it, but at the same time, you don't
have some truth in what you're saying, at least.
Yeah, have some truth to it.
Like the only time I post something that doesn't pertain to me is if I think it's funny. My second one looks like it's going to be judgy people. Bruh. I say some pretty rude stuff because I'm blunt. But I never ever say anything that comes from a bad place. I don't sit around and make fun of people. If you're sitting there judging them and trying to shape them into whatever image you have of them, that might not even be who they are. But you're sitting here making them feel bad about, what does that do for you? Does that make you feel better about yourself?
You know what I don't like? Someone judges you when you're trying to do something good or positive for yourself. Not for the world, not for anyone else, but for you. Like trying to lose weight. That's a serious thing. You know, a lot of people, I myself, am, you know, on the overweight side, laughing at you or whatever, like, oh, look at that fat person in the gym. Well, how else are they supposed to lose weight? Or passed a test, for example, and you got good grades and you want to brag about it because, you know, again, you're feeling good. Someone's got to be like, oh, wow, it's not like you need it. You don't need those grades anyway. What's that going to get you in life? Or if you want to move to a new place because you know your lifestyle's going to be a little better than the place you're in currently, and someone's got to be the whole, oh no, I couldn't live there. No, I ain't asking you to live there. We're trying to live there. You can go do whatever it is you want to do.
My other thing with judgy people is when you judge someone based off of what somebody else knows or thinks of that person. I go and I say something to someone else about someone and they completely decide they don't like this character, but you know, that person might have been a good friend for them. They're just not a good friend for me. So I've ruined that other person's chance of making friends, and it's really...
Yeah, but see, at the same time, because I've been on the flip side of that, where you know what that person's like, so you're trying to warn other people, but then they're just like, they don't believe you anyway.
No, that's not the issue. The issue is the person themselves who judges someone else before they even get to know them. That's what I'm trying to say.
To conclude this video,
y'all are in for a treat.
My number one pet peeve is smelly people.
It's not even people. You don't like smelly things in general.
Smelly things, smelly people, smelly animals, smelly anything. I do not, and I will not tolerate it. The other day I was at the airport. I was talking to you, I think.
Yep.
In the airport lounge, minding my own business. Next thing you know, I get this smell. You know, like in the cartoons when someone's making a pie and you see this smoke just like go all the way up into their nose, and that's usually a good smell. Well, this wasn't a good smell. This was a bad smell. And I was like, I know that ain't me, and I'm the only one sitting around here. So I turn around and I look over my shoulder, and lo and behold, there's this woman sitting there all proud of herself because she just gassed it out. Oh yes, she was so happy with herself. And you know, that's the kind of stuff that will warrant a slap in the face. Just the same way you slapped me in the face with that stench. Like, you know, I lived in London all my life, and traveling on public transport, oh my goodness, especially in the summertime when you're on the train, it's crowded enough as it is, and then someone gets on and they're all like swinging their armpit in your face, and you're just like, whoo-wee. I'm not saying I smell good all the time, but I am aware of personal space. If I feel like my breath is kicking, I'm not going to be talking up into your face like this, you know? That it's kind of a sign of respect too. Like, you've gotta what are you doing?
Showing your nails.
Nails.
Sorry.
Anyway, it's disrespectful, okay? If your feet stink, if your breath stinks, if your armpit stinks, if your booty stank, like, it's disrespect. Please. We have a dog and he stinks. He's a dog. I don't like the way he smells. So I'm always trying to wash him, and I mean, dogs naturally, you know, it's their natural thing, they stink. But I don't like it. Use some soap, brush your teeth, some deodorant. I know some people have a genuine condition, but for those who don't, if you know that wearing no socks with shoes is going to make your feet stink, and then you want to come pull off your shoe in someone's house, okay, I'm done.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Nothing else?
I don't think so.
Okay. My number one is smacking. I mean, like, you chew with your mouth open and spit food at everyone, kind of smacking or slurping. Bruh. No offense to my brother, but I came in the house one time and he was eating something, and I don't even remember what he was eating, but I couldn't take it. I had to leave the room. I did not come out of my room for the rest of the day. I was so mad.
Anyway, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to like it up and subscribe.
Happy's candy.
Happy's candy. Tell your friends to tell a friend, to tell their mom, to tell their dad and their aunties and uncles and cousins and granddads and grandmas and dogs and cats and fish. And oh, that reminds me, this is the new addition to our family. Those of you who follow us on Instagram will know Mo, or have seen Mo. He's a beautiful bearded dragon. We got him like a week ago. He's not cuddly because he's not fluffy like a dog or a cat, but we have one of those, and sometimes they're boring.
He's boring. He's
boring, but he's cute. And so we just wanted to introduce you to Mo. Anyway, follow us on Instagram at you_and_me with 3 E's _123, and that's where you'll find us. All right, guys, this is you and me 1, 2, 3, and wait, that's 4. It's you and me 1, 2, 3, and we are out.